Howdy everybody and welcome back. K&F Concept sent me their filter pack and this is what today's video is all about. So I've been using it for a couple months and I'm going to give you guys an honest, unbiased review of what I like and what I don't like. Nick here with Livli Productions, bringing you my best tips and tools to grow as a landscape, wildlife, outdoors lifestyle photographer and filmmaker. And today we're going to be going over the filter pack by K&F Concept that has a UV filter, a circular polarizer, and an ND filter. And I'll go over very briefly of what those do, what I like, and what I don't like. Now let's talk about this filter. Obviously it's a pack, has a zipper, and has 4 little slots where you have the part that snaps onto the camera and then your 3 different filters. Now the easy stuff's out of the way, let me show you guys pretty much how it works. So you want to take the adapter ring out of your bag, screw it onto your lens. So I'm just going to show you guys pretty much how it would work as if it was on the lens already. Alright, so you have your filter adapter sitting on the lens, take the filter you want to put on there. Right now I have the UV filter and you just boom. Now it's pretty sturdy on there. And the other 2 work like that as well. Boom. And that's pretty much the gist of how this stuff works. Now whenever you want to change your filter, you don't have to unscrew each filter, you just pop it off, slap it back on, and it's as easy as that. It's what pretty much I love about this filter pack system. So let's talk a little bit about the UV filter. A UV filter is just something mostly used to protect your lens from the elements. So that if you drop it or hit it against something, the UV filter is what's going to take the brunt of the damage and hopefully your lens will be protected. Some other people might say that it improves clarity and color contrast as well. As you can see here in this no filter photo and this photo with the UV filter, there isn't much of a difference whatsoever. Now let's talk about the circular polarizer. So what is a circular polarizer or a CPL? And I'm going to say CPL because it's just way easier to say. So a variable CPL like this, essentially what it does is as you spin it and adjust it, it will control the light and help control the amount of haze, glare, and reflections in your image. The best time to use one is when the sun is 90 degrees to the filter itself. That is when it's going to boost the saturation and contrast within a scene. Take a photo very similar to this one with no filter on. You can see the reflection of the water on the trees, especially the leaves. So you put a circular polarizer on there and what that's going to do is it's going to block the light that is reflecting off of those surfaces. So you're going to get a lot more of the natural color of the scene versus what you would get if you didn't have a circular polarizer on there and all that light is being captured by your sensor. Now, neutral density filter or ND filter. So an ND filter altogether darkens your exposure. It reduces the amount of light that is hitting your sensor. This filter is something used a lot during the day when you're trying to shoot long exposures. So if you're trying to capture the motion of water, or if it's a really bright day out and let's say you have an elk that's running and you want to drop your shutter down really low, which is going to brighten your photo, and now you put an ND filter on there and you can capture him while he's running and he'll be nice and sharp and the background will be all blurred out. Now let's talk about what I did not like about these filters. Alright, if you've ever used a Polar Pro, Tiffin, Gobe, or any of the other ones that are out there that are usually a little bit more expensive, and now this filter pack is about $130 and it comes with 3 filters. So I mean they're not crazy expensive, right? This is a Gobe one and it just feels heavier, more durable. The outside of it, the metal seems just a little bit higher quality, whereas these ones feel almost flimsy and fragile. And I notice myself being a lot more conscious about where I'm throwing my camera around and what's around me, whereas I don't have to think about that so much with the other brands that I've used. The other issue I've had is that the magnet sometimes is not strong enough, and if I catch the filter, you know, the wrong way or the right way, whether I'm pulling it out of my backpack or I'm holding my camera and it catches like on one of my buttons or my jacket or it catches on something in my backpack, the filter just falls off. So there was a couple times I noticed when I was out shooting in the woods that my filter was just no longer on my camera. and I had to go back and retrace my steps and actually find out where my filter was. I don't know how strong of a magnet you can have, considering that, you know, cameras are electronic, and I don't know where that magnet would mess with the mechanics of the camera. But if there is a way to make a stronger magnet, I think that would make a huge difference. Oh, and the other thing, so when I've used Polar Pros, one thing I will say I like is that when you adjust it, they kind of click into place. So as you're moving the circular polarizer or the variable ND, it clicks to the different stops. So you kind of know what your starting point is and what your end point is. Or just putting something like on the actual side here, so I know the strength where I'm going. I found myself having to sit there and kind of move the filter around, trying to figure out, you know, what the strongest point was. Other than that, those are my 3 complaints that I had. A product that is as expensive as this, where you get 3 filters in it, and it's a cool little magnetic thing that allows for much easier use. I didn't really have anything bad as far as an experience goes, except having to backtrack and find where my stuff was sometimes. Lastly, I want to go over a couple properties that these filters do have on them. There's an anti-reflection green film on it. They're also supposed to be waterproof and scratch resistant. When you purchase these products, or well, one product, you know, 4-in-1, it comes with a 1-year warranty through K&F Concept. And if you already use a circular polarizer or an ND filter, comment below what type of brand you use and what you like about it or what you don't like about it. That's it for this video, and if you found it helpful, hit that like button. It promotes the channel and this video. And if you like videos like this, consider subscribing and help growing the channel even more, so we can continue to bring you guys higher quality content with each video. For the gear I use, more information, and where you can find me on all social media, check that description below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, peace.